I saw him again last night. This room is mine. I know this room. I have slept here for years. The walls are a familiar shade of grey. The old dresser stands against the far wall. Its wood is dark and heavy. My clothes are folded inside its drawers. I know the small scratches on its surface. I know how the third drawer sticks. Everything has its place. Everything has always been in its place. The bed is soft. The sheets are cool. This is my sanctuary. It is my safe space from the world outside, a place where I can finally breathe. But tonight, something is wrong. I can feel it in the air. The room is the same, yet it is different. It's a small wrongness, a detail I cannot quite name. The shadows are deeper tonight. They cling to the corners like black ink. The moonlight that usually paints a silver line on the floor is gone. The window is just a dark square against the wall. The silence is heavier than usual. It presses down on me. It fills my ears. It is not a peaceful silence. It is a waiting silence. The air is still, it is cold. I pull the blankets up to my chin, but the cold is not from the window. It is a cold that comes from inside the room itself. It seeps into my bones. I stare into the darkness. My eyes try to adjust. They search for the familiar shapes. The chair with my clothes draped over it. The stack of books on the nightstand. But the darkness swallows them. It makes the room feel bigger and emptier. It feels like a space that is no longer just mine. My heart beats a little faster. I tell myself it is nothing. Just my imagination playing tricks on me. Just a long day catching up to me. I have been tired lately, very tired, but the feeling does not go away. It lingers, a quiet alarm bell ringing in the back of my mind. The room holds its breath, and I find myself holding mine too. Something is not right. The room knows it, and now so do I. I close my eyes, hoping sleep will chase the feeling away. Sleep does not come easily. I lie in the dark, listening. My routine is simple. I come home, I eat, I prepare for bed, I turn off the lights, then I try to sleep. It is the same every night, a predictable rhythm, a safe pattern. But tonight that pattern is broken. The usual comfort of my bed is gone. Instead, I feel exposed. I feel watched. It is a faint sensation at first, a prickle on the back of my neck, the kind of feeling you get when you think someone is standing behind you. I open my eyes again. I scan the darkness of the room. Nothing, just shadows, just the familiar shapes of my furniture lost in the gloom. I am alone. Of course I am alone. Who else would be here? The thought is ridiculous. I'm just tired. My mind is making things up. I turn onto my side, facing the wall. I try to force my thoughts to quiet down. I focus on the sound of my own breathing, in and out. A steady rhythm, a sound that proves I am here, that I am real. Then I hear it, the clock. It sits on my nightstand. Its ticking is usually a comfort, a steady beat marking the passage of the night. Tick, tock, tick, tock. But tonight, the sound is different. It sounds louder in the heavy silence. It seems to echo in the space around me. Each tick is a small hammer striking against the quiet. And then it happens. A single loud creak. It comes from the corner of the room, the corner by the dresser. It is the sound of old floorboards settling, a normal house sound. But it does not feel normal, not tonight. The creak hangs in the air. It stretches the silence that follows. The ticking clock returns. Tick, tock. but now it sounds like a countdown. My body is tense. Every muscle is tight. The feeling of being watched is stronger now. It is not just a prickle on my neck anymore. It is a weight, a presence in the room with me. I stare into the darkness, my eyes fixed on the corner where the sound came from, and I wait. I don't know what I'm waiting for, but I know I am no longer alone. The next night, the feeling returns. It arrives with the darkness, a guest I did not invite. I follow my routine, a ritual against the unease. I come home. I lock the door. I eat a meal I barely taste. Every step feels deliberate, heavy. I am trying to convince myself that everything is normal, that last night was just a dream, a moment of weakness born from exhaustion. But the silence in the house is different now. It is not empty. It feels charged, expectant. I walk into my bedroom. The cold is already there, waiting for me. It is a familiar cold now, a presence I recognize. I get into bed. I pull the covers up high, a useless shield against the feeling. My eyes are drawn to the corner of the room, the same corner where I heard the creak, the corner by the old wooden dresser. There is a darkness there. It is deeper than the other shadows in the room, a patch of night that seems to defy the faint light filtering in from the street lamp outside. It looks like a void, a place where the room simply ends. I tell myself it is just a shadow, a simple, ordinary shadow cast by the angle of the walls and the bulky shape of the furniture. But I have lived in this room for years. I know its shadows. I know how they stretch and shrink with the passing of the moon. This one is different. It does not look like a shadow cast upon the wall. It looks like a shadow standing in front of the wall. It has a shape, a vague outline that is almost human. It is tall and slender. It just stands there, perfectly still. My breathing catches in my throat. I can hear my own breath, loud and ragged in the quiet. The sound is intrusive. It feels like I am announcing my presence to the thing in the corner. My mind screams at me to turn on the light, to flood the room with brightness and prove there is nothing there. But my body will not move. I am frozen, paralyzed by a fear so primal it bypasses all rational thought. I just lie there staring at the patch of darkness. I stare until my eyes burn. I stare until the darkness seems to stare back. It does not move. It does not make a sound. It is just there. A silent, unmoving pillar of black in the corner of my room. A silent testament to the wrongness I felt the night before.